Hey Sagittarius, welcome to your second reading for the month of March. I am bringing you a general reading for the collective of Sagittarius, Sun and Rising. Just take what speaks to you, leave the rest. And my readings are mostly not date or time specific unless I indicate otherwise. So whenever you come upon it, if it speaks to you, if the title resonates, if the storyline aligns with yours, then it's your message at that moment. Okay, also we are still kind of in the glow of the full moon in Libra. I hope it was gentle and loving for you. There's been a lot of emotional release, a lot of closing out of cycles that have been painful, that have kind of had a grip. I've seen a lot of Ten of Swords and Devil energy coming through in the readings for the past week. So if that's kind of the energy you're feeling, it's to be expected. And that's part of this lunation and the release. So what I wanted to do was start with Whispers of Love. I'm going to go a little gentler on Sag than I have all the other signs leading up to this moment. So I'm going to pull some cards just for the Sagittarians watching. If you're here as a cross watcher, that's fine. If you are new to the channel entirely, welcome, welcome. I hope if you enjoy the reading, you will join us by subscribing. Please click that button. For those of you who have joined the membership, yes, we do have 2 membership levels here at Awaken Priestess. There is a link below in the description box. If you scroll down just past that first paragraph, you will see it. It says your spot's reserved, and you can click the link and learn more about the 2 levels. We are growing. I'm so excited. If you are in that membership, please be sure to check the community tab. So you have to go to my channel, view channel, and then go over to the community tab, click on that, and you will be able to see at the top of each post whether or not it's a members only post, and then hover over that to see which member level it is speaking to, because we have our first master class for the VWP, that's the Very Wise Priestess tier, coming up this Wednesday, and I would hate for you to miss it. If you are in the Very High Priestess tier, VHP, and you are interested in learning about Akashic Records, it's not too late to switch your membership over, because that's the first topic. I'm so excited. I am an Akashic Records reader as well, so it should prove to be very fascinating. All right, so that's enough of the announcements. Let me pull your cards from Whispers of Love. Right. Oh, perfect. Got it. So your first card out, Sag, is embrace your emotions. Allow your feelings to surface and be accepted. There she is riding the winged unicorn. Sort of going, it feels very Sagittarian actually when I look at it. As if she's being launched, much like the arrow, but it's about embracing your emotions, allowing those feelings to surface, and then accepting them. A lot of emotions were rising to the surface during this full moon in Libra. That's the whole point. But there was also a lot of love and healing. Chiron was in the mix. So you got to bring it up so you can sort through it and release it. The second card is ask for help. What do you really need? Be willing to accept support. So not just from us here, from me, from those of your fellow subscribers here in this forum. You can always ask for help. You can always reach out in the comments and say, you know, I'm not sure what's going on here. Any ideas? I don't always weigh in on personal situations, but I can feel energy and just kind of give general advice, and everybody else likes to chime in as well. But this is also asking for support and help from your spiritual team. So I love that. I love that. Embrace your emotions, let them rise to the surface, and then ask for help in sorting through it. I like this card too. Like attracts like. If you long for more love, be more loving. You got to become that which you seek in the other. So like attracts like. Sag, if you want more understanding, we must be more understanding. If you seek more clarity. We need to be more clear. Like attracts like. So there's a very interesting little message there for you. Embrace your emotions. Ask for help. Let me just check one thing real quick. And then like attracts like. Okay. Which is the number 2 card. So that's very interesting with the number 2, which is about partnership. Okay. So let's see where we're headed. Where we are, where we're going, where we're headed. Sorry, scratchy throat today. The morning musing, which is offered at the very High Priestess level this morning. I just like to let y'all know what came through. In case you're on the fence about joining the membership. So the morning musing was about needing sort of a timeout. Kind of, there's been a power struggle that I felt coming through the reading, Sag. Very serious power struggle, and I feel like a timeout for the team. The timeout is really necessary to kind of allow cooler heads to prevail. Okay? I felt what I was feeling was fire and ice. And so you as the fire, I was sort of feeling your need to kind of pull back and not really give up the battle, but just kind of like take a timeout. Recharge your battery. Don't engage in drama. Unplug. I love it, I love it, I love it. Okay. Here's how you are showing up in the reading. On this side, we have Divine Masculine. By the way, always feel free to flip the energies around. Showing up in the energy of the 6 of Wands, ready for that reconciliation, to find a win-win outcome, and to be victorious in doing so. There's an energy to see the wreath of peace there that he's carrying back from battle triumphantly. And the feminine showing up in the energy of the Hierophant. That is Taurus energy. It's very grounded. It's very sturdy. It's very stable. It's about who we are at our core. And then that pledge we make to our higher self. And it's all operating through the commitments that we make here in 3D. So beautiful energy. Gotta say that Hierophant can be a little stubborn. I just feel the need to say it. So it is about your beliefs. It can also be a nod to some spiritual awakening or the next step and phase in your ascension. 8 of Cups in the past. 3 of manifesting the reconciliation with the love of their life. Wow. Okay, masculine energy already. Got it. Feminine in the past was the 10 of Cups. Present energy is the 6 of Cups, past life soulmate energy. And there's the message of love or apology. Wow. Okay, so I feel like the Page of Cups, this card here, I'm just going to shoot over to the feminine first. For those of you who did in the membership see the morning musing, this was the center card that presented the block or the challenge. And here it is now, looking toward the future. So I just want to make note of that for those of you who were there for that reading. But back over to the masculine. In the past, here's the 8 of Cups. That can be the turning the back on the drama, walking away from something that felt overwhelming, dramatic, maybe going in search of the 2 of Cups. We see there's a gap here and a gap here, and sort of this always feels like the hermit ascending the mountain in search of something more fulfilling on an emotional level. And here we see now this masculine. I will hold this up. Ships coming in, ships of reconciliation, peace among our kingdoms coming in for this divine masculine. All in service of the love of their life, the Ace of Cups. So super beautiful. And I also love that we have the energies here, your present experience of the connection. The masculine is in manifestation mode, ready to receive the fruits of the labor, ready to, 2 of Wands, I chose my path. 3 of Wands, it's arriving. What I chose is coming. Feminine, all in the nostalgia of the 6 of Cups. That's past life soulmate, twin flame energy. So it's almost as if you're kind of seeing something come to fruition and reflecting fondly, even if only at 5D. Just want to say that, even if only at 5D, on something very beautiful and long overdue, is how the Three of Wands feels to me. Long overdue. And then in the future, I love this even more, is we've got the Ace of Cups meets the Page of Cups, messages of love, a divine gift. That sort of holy grail of the Ace of Cups to me is all about that love of the life, the once in a lifetime kind of a love, and a message that comes in for this feminine to sort of anchor that into the heart chakra. So really beautiful. Whew. Okay. Let's see. Six of Wands. Reconciling with the Hierophant. So we may have a feminine who is a Taurus rising perhaps, or may have Taurus in their chart. But regardless, it's reconciling with that idea of commitment, with a notion that this is about commitment. Conventional committed relationship, let's just say it that way, or connection. Something more conventional in 3D. Oh. Three of Swords. There's heart heaviness here for this masculine underneath, right? This came out in the morning as well. The Five of Swords. There was an unfair fight. I feel like this masculine, because I see the Page of Cups here, recognizes that things may have been imbalanced. Out of whack. Five of Swords, feminine didn't feel that they had a chance. Decks being stacked against another. I feel as if this masculine is very aware of the heaviness of the heart of the feminine, but also of themselves. So they're seeking that sort of, hey, how can we come together and clear this up and find a way to be peaceful and to move forward in this connection? So this feels like a masculine that was walking away from drama and ready for a leap of faith, something more positive. Queen of Swords, possibly with an eye toward understanding. The Queen of Swords is a truth seeker, truth teller. So it's almost like there's this fair and equal exchange of thoughts that are based on honesty and integrity and character and honor. There's a meeting of the minds here, almost like let's agree that we're going to put whatever this is to bed, and we're just going to launch forward on the path. And I feel as if there may have been some communication about that, and there might have been some confusion. It might have resulted in some emotional overwhelm, possibly just mixed messages from someone they perceive as this Queen of Swords, or even their own energy of trying to get clarity in something here is just kind of a hangover of emotion, unresolved emotions from whatever causes masculine to say, you know what, I'm not going to deal with the drama. Well, what happens when you do that? What happens when you opt out from clearing all that up is you are left with residual confusion on an emotional level. And kind of scratching your head like, what just happened? So now that I see that, I understand why this masculine is feeling the need to come forward and reconcile, because they understand, well, maybe it wasn't fair of me to walk away. Maybe it wasn't fair of me to sort of drop drop it like it's hot is what I'm thinking of. Sagittarian energy, the fire, right? Like it's almost like I felt in the morning musing as if this was a battle of fire and ice. It's like this masculine kind of dumped cold water on a situation that was pretty hot and maybe a little volatile. Okay, I get it. But then they were left with all this residual emotional hangover is what I think, that they want to clear up. Or at least reconcile. Yes, Nine of Pentacles, single person that they're very attracted to. So what I like about this, oh, and there's regret around it. Sure, makes sense to me. We have the 2 5s underneath. The 2 5s underneath. Yeah, I'm feeling as if I'm feeling as if with the 2 5s underneath, there's regret, sadness, heaviness, a heavy energy over, gee, you know, did I take this one step too far? But I sure am hoping that this, you know, that we can reignite the torch of passion. So in this part of the reading, the present experience of the connection is a masculine, divine masculine, trying to manifest the divine feminine, who's kind of doing fine on their own, quite frankly. And yet the attraction is still there. All this desire is still there, and along with underneath some regret of the mistakes of the past. Then we have the Ace of Cups. I'm not going to pass on this opportunity. I'm ready for it. New person, new day, transformed. The Death card, right? Something has to die off here. We've got the, you know, the walking away, the kind of turning my back, but yet the issues were not resolved by doing that, by sort of pushing whatever the issue that feels like it was at a fever pitch, by pushing that away, nothing got resolved. And now this masculine is making an effort, or at least seeing the result, the heavy heartache for both sides, and understanding it wasn't quite a level playing field, and now saying, well, I see that. And that aspect of my approach is dying off to make way for the new. I am transformed and feeling very ready for and worthy of the Ace of Cups. King of Swords. Whoo! There's a little strategy built into it. Divine Masculine and 6 of Cups, past life soulmate, which is right here for the feminine. Whoo! The King of Swords showed up in the future as well this morning, and the way that I perceived it was sort of icy and detached, and maybe even like not approachable. But I'm feeling as if the King of Swords also really cares about doing the right thing and coming from their highest standards and ideals of truth and honor and integrity. So I kind of appreciate that coming through here, because it's not just about the transformation. You can't just say, well, I'm different now. I've learned from that. I've grown from that. You have to show it too with your actions. And I feel as if this masculine's intention is to do so, to step into the role of the divine masculine when it comes to their past life soulmate, their twin, 6 of Cups. That's underneath. So when for those who are new, when I pull from under the deck, it's kind of what's playing out in the psyche of the person I'm reading for or about. It can also be what's going on behind the scenes. So here I just feel like the divine masculine in the future will be very much in their role as a divine masculine, in pursuit of the past life soulmate they perceive as their Ace of Cups. But of course. Hierophant. Uh-oh. Yeah, it did. Flipped right over. Here's the feminine saying, talk to the hand. Okay, so let me reframe. Not necessarily. The feminine here stepping into the reading as the Hierophant, in the energy of that. You know, I'm being true to myself. This is about my spiritual path, my spiritual awakening, what commitment means to me. I will accept no substitutions. So while this Ace of Cups is being offered, see it there? Hand of Spirit. Being offered to the feminine, I feel as if the feminine's kind of... standing their ground in this moment, saying, I'm not going to accept any substitutions. I'm not interested and amused by, because we're not there yet. We're not at the Ace of Cups yet. This is forward facing. So what the feminine's still playing off of, right? Because here's the Hierophant over here, is something that felt kind of unfair. Because somebody kind of turned their back, walked away, didn't want to get involved in anything emotionally laden, let's say. And the feminine's like, fine, if that's how you're going to play it, I'm accepting no substitutions right now. I'm just going to hunker down and, I'm content to be as I am with myself. Queen of Cups, I'll take it. Underneath the Queen of Cups is sort of this feminine maintaining some measure of sensitivity and unconditional love and compassion for the divine masculine, kind of in their feels though, underneath, really in the feels, not coming across that way, not outwardly, but underneath in the feels about it. And the complacency coming through with the Nine of Cups is okay in this moment, because it's a moment of truth for the feminine. The Hierophant, the truth of who we are at our core, what we believe, what is true for us in this incarnation in 3D with regard to our higher self, our spiritual path, our spiritual beliefs, our religious beliefs, our beliefs around committed, conventional relationships. In the past, 10 of Cups, didn't get it. Just some very closed off energy here. Feminine, open to the happily ever after. And we kind of fell apart here. I think underneath what I'm seeing was the messages that came toward this feminine were lighthearted, flirtatious, and maybe self-serving, right? More about the chemistry and the attraction, and not at all about anything stable, so everything kind of fell apart. Couldn't sustain it. There was resistance. There was this attempt to resist temptation here. The Four of Pentacles. I'm almost feeling as if it's the feminine kind of guarding their heart in this moment, saying, yeah, nope. I am not going to repeat old patterns. No old karma coming through. Nothing that drags me backwards, because this is what I'm after. So I really felt that I really feel that the feminine felt on the path to this energy of completion and something very emotionally fulfilling. We made it. We have the harmony. We have the nirvana that comes with this 10 of Cups. And that wasn't the case. Kind of met up with the shadow energy, which I've been talking about, has been coming through, and then said, well, okay then. I'm not going there. Because what was underneath was these two cards together, super player energy, right? Not super evolved, player. And I think the feminine recognized it, saw it for what it was, shut down, created boundaries to combat that karma, because it wasn't positive. It was not sustainable at all. And so, boom, off we go. Now we have the Six of Cups. Feminine's present experience is all about the past life soulmate, probably looking back, Sag, with nostalgia, fondness. We tend to only remember the good times. Once the negative energy has passed and we've kind of simmered down, you know how that goes. Right? Only remembering the good times, really wanting the happiness. At this moment, opening up to happiness with the past life soulmate and their success in here in terms of feeling safe and protected in one's vulnerability with the past life soulmate. So kind of relying on the memories of the past to serve what may come in the future, if that makes sense. Yes, endings and new beginnings. cycles being completed, lessons being learned, energies being, the culmination here, the world with the sun. I love the beautiful energy of the world, Aquarius and Capricorn, but it's more about the Capricorn, which is interesting. That's the devil energy too, because it's as above, so below. Oops, as above, so below with the world, but it's also about closing out lessons learned, the karma of it all. So the new beginning can come in, and I'm feeling the newness here. So the feminine is actually feeling rather, I'm feeling successful with regard to having learned the lessons that they needed to learn so that they could close out that cycle and begin anew. They've manifested it. Absolutely. Wow. Wow. And what's coming in the future? Message of love or apology, Page of Cups. And peace of mind. Yeah, I feel like that's a wrap. Here's what I'm going to do. Take it to the extended. If this is speaking to you, what will that look like for those who are new and haven't heard the spiel? What I do is I take all this energy, and to help you understand what to do with it, I'm going to give you a smaller spread, 3 cards. What's the issue, the situation, or energy that needs your focus right now? What's the block or the challenge or the dynamic between the two of you around that issue? And what can you either do about that block or challenge, or what can you expect to come of the situation? I clarify all that. Then I offer the messages to and from each other. What are you saying to each other at 5D? What do you want each other to know? Then 1 card for you, Sag, from your higher self, spirit of the universe, will give your spiritual team an opportunity to weigh in with their guidance, their advice, their warnings, whatever. And then what can you expect going forward? And if timing's a factor, that's where that would show up. So the link to that is below in the first or second sentence of the description box below this video. Click the link. It will take you right there, and I'll see you there in a second or in a future reading. Take care, Sag. Bye.